Welcome. You are listening to the Uncensored Chatter podcast, powered by Pina Viga Universal Media. The thoughts, ideas, and suggestions of Gage Kirby, or any conservative, does not accurately reflect the reality of the person or situation discussed by Gage Kirby or any conservative. We do not advocate for or promote the hate speech, racism, anti-LGBTQ+, and or any far-right thought, idea, suggestion, comment, statement, and or misinformation that Gage Kirby and the conservatives presents in their various statements and communications. Gage Kirby does not represent or is affiliated with this podcast, and his statements are his own responsibility. Pina Viga Universal Media is not responsible for the welfare of Gage Kirby or any conservative who may appear on this podcast, or how individuals will react to their personal ideologies and political motivations. Thank you. Listener discretion is advised. This is the Uncensored Chatter podcast with your host, Shinai An.
On go Loki and the Yacht Collector. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. Derivative. Derivative. Is art good just because the right people say it's good? Yes.
Something tells me this will be fucking brilliant, considering the fucking amazing billion-brained individual that I'm watching this on right now. Let us see the 5,000 IQ Einstein here tell everyone else how to behave. Let us see where this goes. Before you say anything, you should probably work on your microphone and your fucking feedback. Like, I have problems with my audio sometimes too, but at least I fucking try. This just comes off as low effort and vapid, if I may do say so myself.
You know, John, AEW freak and...
You mean the angry schlong Benton Shafton? Seriously. Think of an actual name that's entertaining instead of this crap. Now here's the thing. My friendship with Damien aside, John's proven himself time and time again to be a complete cunt. And that's not me being friends with Damien and defending whatever Damien might have done to piss off John at some point. But their issue with each other is their issue with each other. The fact is this. He's still an asshole. I don't defend everything he does. I don't defend everything anyone does. The point being is, if he acts like a fucking cocksucker, talking shit about Damien repeatedly when Damien goes months, maybe years, without saying anything directly to him or really even alluding to him. Now, is it true that Damien sometimes uses John as a point of comparison when he talks to people who fuck over their own friends for personal convenience? Yeah, he has done that, but it's because John is a great character study of what a person will do when they need to look better so they fuck over their own friends. It's not because Damien only thinks of John. It's because John is the most closely associated individual who Damien has dealt with for a prolonged period of time, who has a long and sort of history of doing this. Basically, his entire internet fucking resume consists entirely of fucking people over who were useless to him afterwards. The worst part is he did a lot to foster a lot of decent friendships and a pretty solid acquaintanceships with a lot of different people, only to fuck those people over when it became convenient to appeal to a new crop of fans. So yeah, it's not that I'm defending Damien speaking of John, it's just that I understand why it is that someone would speak of John so negatively, even in passing, is because he has a record of behaving in such negative ways.
You know, not being actually breaks my heart, because I really don't want to get involved with this, but...
If you don't want to get involved, then don't get involved. It's that simple. You don't have to. No one's holding a gun to your head. I don't want to get involved. Then don't. Then just don't say anything. Just sit in the fucking sideline and say, nope, not touching this. And that's it. Saying this in and of itself is saying something about it. Seriously. Did all your brain leak into your fucking mascara?
How much information?
Okay, so let me get this straight. you have no idea what the fuck is happening, but choosing to speak on it anyway. Do you enjoy shooting yourself in the fucking foot? Seriously. You're blowing your own fucking leg off. And it's funny because of how vapid and brain dead you are. I'm not the smartest person in the room, but at least I actually try to gather information about what the fuck is happening first. Instead of this dumb shit, where I just get on schizo babbling tangents about nothing and involve myself in internecine struggles between two people I don't even really talk too much. Seriously, this is fucking concerning. Get help, Kelly. This is fucking worrying.
As somebody who is actually Facebook friends with both of them, I'm not taking any sides or anything. However,
If you're not taking any sides, then don't say shit about it at all. The end.
I feel like, and I'm not going on any sides like I said, but you know,
You could have easily just said, like, what happens between you and him is between you and him, and just left it at that.
John is trying to better himself.
No, he's not. No, he's not. Like, since when is moving to another country, leeching off of your wealthy wife's family, getting divorced because you can't make anything useful of yourself in the country you've moved to, failing to try to acclimate yourself to the new environment that you've relocated yourself to, and then leeching off of the country's social welfare system? How the fuck is that bettering yourself? It isn't. Just like sucking up to stalkers like Codebreaker and slanderous pole smokers like Foodie isn't bettering himself because he's just circle jerking people who also dislike Damien. That's not bettering yourself if you're forming a human centipede of smarm about someone you don't like. Especially when your dislike of them is based upon them simply saying you did shitty things that you did. What the fuck is wrong with you? Seriously. You could have spent like 10 minutes just looking around and asking some fucking questions and could have gotten to the conclusion that it's not worth your fucking time to involve yourself in. Yet here you fucking are. This is why people call individuals like you fucking vapid, is because you can't pay attention to shit. Seriously, Kelly, you're like what, 32? 33? Oh wait, no, you're 31. So you're 31 now. And you're basically acting like this. You're acting like a completely apathetic, disinterested fucking 12-year-old. And yet for some reason you're trying to tell other people they either don't need to be involved or that you don't want to be involved, while at the same time trying to lord over people for what shit people say about others. You may not force your religion upon people, but your piousness is a good example of what your religion actually is. You act so self-righteous, but the reality is you have no right to claim self-righteousness because all you do is act like a schizo-babbling dipshit. You did this to me, like, repeatedly, like 4 or 5 months ago, where you spurred the fuck out and made like 9 comments in one of my videos, breathing at the top of your fucking lungs because I called someone a dumb fucking fat ass. You even went so far as to go to one of my videos about Stetson the retarded pedophile fish, and openly started saying I don't have the right to say mean things to someone who tried to dox and threaten my sister. Fuck you.
it seems like every day, like I made the other video yesterday.
I'm so glad you tell us when you make videos, because it's not like our eyes couldn't tell us that. Apparently we all lack the same level of memory that you lack.
And as for what I can say about, Damien, I got nothing against Damien except for the fact that, he plays games. And I'm a Christian woman, and I'm not.
No one cares what religion you are because your religion is utterly irrelevant. There are a lot of people who can have strong morals that are religious. Please get to the point, please. We don't have all fucking millennia.
Forcing my religion, I would never do that on anyone else. I don't like to badmouth anybody because that's against my religion.
You literally badmouthed me dozens of times throughout the course of like that 2 to 3 week long little interaction you had with me in my comments where you'd screech at me over fucking nothing. That's the thing, you claim that you don't particularly pick sides, but when Damien says anything about John, even if it's in the past or in passing, you seemingly find a way to make it everyone's problem that he said it at all. Even if it was something that was said once.
You know what I'm saying? But...
No, I don't know what you're saying, because you're not making any fucking sense.
What Damien is doing is not a good thing, and it's considered bullying, and it's...
Let me get this straight. A grown man tells another grown man to stop blaming his fucking friends or his fans or his ex-wife for the fucking stupid situation he got himself into. And for some reason, it's bullying to simply point out the fact that you need to acclimate yourself to the environment that you live in instead of demanding everyone else to change for you. How is that bullying if someone says that they're making an asshole of themselves when they put themselves in such a situation, willingly and well aware that this is going to be the initial outcome of it?
considered harassment. And I don't know why it seems to me like he has to come on his internet.
As opposed to going on his fucking... What was the opposite of the internet? Like, not dial-up, because dial-up was still internet. So what is the opposite of him going on his internet? Him going on that, like, the fucking smoke signals?
Badly about people.
It's almost like the people that are taught badly about are often shitty people who mistreat their friends or just act like crazy stalking pieces of shit like Codebreaker does, but you know, why would you want to pay attention to that or acknowledge that at all if you can just be a vapid, mindless idiot? You're the perfect Christian because you're a dumb fucking sheep. And no, this isn't a slight towards every Christian. This is just me saying the fact that someone like this is a prime example of someone that would perfectly fit very well into one of these Warren Jeff style fucking cults.
What's the point of that? Like,
The point is to rebuttal someone's shitty fucking actions or punch down when they fucking deserve it. It's not really... If I punch up or down, I'm still punching. If someone wants to come at me with napalm, I'll come at them with a fucking nuke. Peace was never an option. I choose violence. If it means choosing violence, we'll get the person in question to learn their fucking lesson and shut the fuck up. Instead of being a whiny cocksucker to everyone, crying about their problems or blaming other people for their personal fuck-ups or defects. In the words of that one meme, no peace. I want problems always, because that is the only way to handle motherfuckers like this. When you act passive, they just think they can do it more. If you respond too often, it seems like you care too much. So you gotta figure out just the appropriate measure of, yeah, you're allowed to say this, but you're a fucking retard, and here's all the shit you got wrong, instead of just whatever the fuck this is that I'm being subjected to right now that's currently eating my fucking frontal lobe like fucking Cantonese bloodworms.
is life that messed up at home? I used to see those people bully me when I was in...
No, it's the fact is that if someone's acting shitty, you have the right to say that they're acting shitty. It has nothing at all to do with someone having a shitty home life, and I think it's kind of retarded that it's the only thought process that you have. It's like, everyone's life must be shitty at home because they say mean things to other people. Or maybe it's the other people are genuinely shitty, malicious cunts who deserve to get smacked down a time or two. I don't know. Maybe if you'd not put so much fucking worthless, empty garbage in that vapid fucking airplane hangar you call a skull, then maybe, just maybe, you'd learn something. You strike me as the kind of person that would go home and smash their head into the wall for hours until finally they lose consciousness. This is literally baby brain shit.
I don't know.
Some of them I don't even know what happened to them, and I wish them well.
I don't know.
But not you, Damien.
I don't know.
When I say not you, I mean... You go about and you're mean.
People are mean to you because you come up to them schizo-babbling about random bullshit that either never happened or that no one can prove happened. That's the thing people are saying. That's why people are annoyed, is because you say random shit that no one can prove was happening or that has ever happened. And then you accuse people of being assholes when they're just confused. When you're saying random BS that never happened. It's the same reason that people don't like it when you try to aggressively suck them off, and when they tell you to knock that shit off because they don't feel comfortable with you trying to throw yourself at them, you immediately put yourself on the other side of the fucking field.
There's been a lot of people who love you and who are good to you. You know, and you continuously... You're something
No, because the people that Damien has, like, jettisoned from his group are people like Dusty and you. Dusty because he's a psychotic, homophobic, transphobic nutjob who's a crazy religious Monday who attacks everyone that doesn't agree with him entirely. And the reason people jettison you from their circle of friends in terms of the people from the old ranting community was because a lot of it just seems like you were trying to ride coattails or suck people off for acknowledgement. And I'm not trying to be completely fucking vicious and vindictive here, but it seems like a lot of this you just did because you're fucking vapid.
It's sad, but it's true.
It's not really even true. If you want to look at someone that fucked over all their friends and threw them away, look at your Lord and Savior like short schlong McBenton shopping.
Actually, it's true at all. I'm not gonna kiss ass.
Yeah, you do. You kiss ass just fine. Not the people. You just don't kiss ass of the people that turn you away because they feel uncomfortable with how crazy you get. Like, speaking as someone who's in a relationship with someone with BPD, I gotta wonder if you have borderline, because you bounce up and down between you hate this person or you want this person to be your friend. There is no fucking intermediate. There is no, like, gradual increase or decrease in severity when it comes down to how you approach discussing things with people, and that's kind of concerning, because it's like you're someone that has unmedicated BPD. And speaking as someone that's in a relationship who has BPD, her without her meds and her with her meds is very similar to how I see you act right now when she was not on her meds. So I know what I'm talking about because I've seen this behavior up close and personal in my personal life instead of just on the internet with you, our niece's crazy ass, because you're basically just like a younger American niece who's more religiously inclined. I don't think God's gonna forgive you because I don't think he cares. Let me just talk about religion for a minute. If there is a God, he's an indifferent asshole who views us all as a fucking cosmic ant farm that he could clean up and start over again whenever he wants. The only reason he doesn't give us that fucking mercy is because I think that if there is a God, I think he gets off and watching us kill each other because he thinks it's funny. To him, it's like a giant game of the fucking Sims that he's left to its own devices. Now the Sims are turning on each other and genociding each other left and right because they get bored fighting amongst themselves. That's really what God is to me.
It's getting kind of...
Then just fucking ignore it. If it's getting old, who gives two shits? Like, you're the kind of person that I feel like if it really gets so fucking old that you don't care, why say anything at all about it? If you're not picking sides, why do you then make a barb jab at Damien towards the end? This makes no sense. I'm not picking sides, but you're the one at fault. Okay. So you are picking sides. You're just not alluding to it outright.
The behavior. And it's not for me, really, to discipline anyone. We're all adults. But
If it's not for you to discipline anyone, then why fucking say a thing about it, you fucking vapid emo raccoon-looking mother... Jesus fucking Christ. Do you hear yourself when you fucking talk?
this should be put out in the air, so to speak.
That's what you say, but you uploaded this, so...
You're a very begrudging, you hold grudges, Damien. You're unforgiving.
There's a difference between someone being forgiven because they're genuinely sorry, and then there's someone being an asshole all the fucking time, unapologetically, and then trying to make anyone that scrutinizes them feel like a piece of shit for scrutinizing them.
And all that, and I think that's just wrong.
Not nearly as wrong as schizo babbling about shit you openly admit you don't know about. But here we are.
Why is it...
I mean, seriously, would it kill you to actually learn how to edit? Takes like, what, 15 minutes?